What's going on, everyone? So we got some GTA news here. According to this person and maybe a few others, though this is a guess, by the way, this is not a leak. The GTA 6 release date is in February 2025. Claims the source who got the trailer right. Okay, getting the trailer right is different than knowing the official release date. So Rockstar said 2025. You see right here, come in 2025. Two new sources claim that GTA will be released in the first 3 months of next year, with one offering a specific date in February. Rockstar Games is the sort of company that makes Nintendo seem talkative, so it's no surprise that there's been no further update since the reveal trailer of GTA 6 was in December. Rumors are divided on when the next trailer might appear, with some suggesting either April or May, which is obviously this year. But there seems to be more agreement when it comes to the game's release date. That's farther out, but okay. Which officially is, sometime in 2025. That's what we know what Rockstar said. Bloomberg's Jason has already suggested the game will release early next year, and now one leaker says January, February, and another February 18th. Okay, now Jason is reliable. He works for Bloomberg, so those guys definitely do have inside sources. Now about the trailer. Yeah, if we're gonna get it early next year, and we still have a lot of this year to go, obviously, um, we definitely need a lot of gameplay. You know what I mean? We can't rely on that last trailer only because we didn't get any gameplay, any we need a lot more to be covered. Now, is it possible next year? Yeah, it's possible. There's no doubt about that. Then you got some people thinking because it's early next year, we'll get down to that in a second, that it will line up with Nintendo's new console. So Jason here is obviously the most reliable source, as I would agree, and most matters, but since Jar of Rivia, you say that name's kind of relatable to The Witcher. You can tell he likes The Witcher. Got so many details of the reveal trailer correct. Anything else he says has to be considered seriously. Not really, but okay. I mean, if he had a track record where he's consistent with a lot of things in the industry and he's always reliable, yes. Just because he got one GTA trailer correct does not mean he's reliable. According to him, GTA 6 is currently scheduled for a release of quarter 1 between January and March, and maybe January or February. See, this he's guessing. He didn't say he knew like he had a reliable source. Otherwise, you would have gave me an on-point release date. The leaker Neuro is the one that claims February 18th. Now, this is different. This guy is saying that he knows the release date is February 18th on a Tuesday. It's the exact release date. And while he didn't provide any details about the reveal trailer, he did correctly predict that it would be released in December. Okay, now you see that's a little bit different than, playing a guessing meter between 3 months. We're gonna see about that. Well, I'm gonna hold him to that until it happens. Let's see what happens because Rockstar definitely will reveal it this year. Now, right here, the person who correctly predicted everything about the reveal trailer said that GTA 6 will release in quarter 1 of 2025, like January or February. Release dates are always volatile, but this plus Jason's recent report has me convinced the game is releasing early next year. So we got a lot of these people right here, saying that, it's going to be early next year. It's a possibility. They were line up closer to Sony's PlayStation 5 Pro release date coming this holiday, or a little bit before it. This is the guy that says 11 months today on Tuesday, February 18th, 2025, Grand Theft Auto 6 will launch globally. Of course, the obvious problem here is that Rockstar often ends up delaying their games. They do. And there's nothing wrong with that. I want you to release a game right. I'll wait because we have so many games in this world on all these platforms, and you got all these like Netflix type services like Game Pass and PlayStation, Extra and all that, and even Nintendo's world, even in the PC world. I mean, I can wait, you know what I mean? But we're gonna see what happens. That's why I said we shouldn't get too excited for this because Rockstar could delay it, and we don't know that. So the good news is that no current source is predicting a release date in the second half of 2025, despite Red Dead Redemption 2 having been released in October and GTA 5 in September and November for the last gen versions, although the current gen ones came out in March. Yeah, but that's kind of irrelevant to when GTA 6 is going to come out. Any official announcement of a release date will likely come at the end of a new trailer, although since there will probably be at least two more of those before launch, it's hard to say when they're revealed by me. That's what I'm saying, because Rockstar can reveal something when they do that. If the release date really is early next year, though, then that could be confirmed in the next trailer, which itself may be just weeks away now. That's possible. And I think that we definitely need a gameplay trailer. And I believe everyone agrees because the trailer we got, I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? I don't really care about that. I want to see, what you've really been cooking up. That's not going to do much for me. Now, going over here into the Twitter section, um, this is where you had this going on right here. We can look at this real quick, but there's not much in here. But he says, I've seen the trailer. I can point out a few things. If this gets more views, I point out more. Why not just point out more, period? Why do you need more views? The scenery is very tropical. It looks like paradise. There's some islands. It looks absolutely surreal. We've seen all that. There's a part that it's been filmed by a helicopter view, sorry. And you see a car on the street upside down, several car pieces around it from the crash. There's a part with some ladies dancing on top of the cars. The characters' faces are 1,000 times better. Okay. Releases in 2021, quarter one. What they told me was the map itself looks very like paradise, probably because it's Miami and the palm trees, but the graphics and everything are really, I mean, we already know this is obvious. How much money they made off of GTA 5. Rockstar always does this. Blah, 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 blah. Obviously. Obviously. So you see, he's not really saying anything here. We got on some of these comments right here. He's so wrong. If it was January, February, we'd have gameplay by now. I don't know about that because, like I said, we still have the rest of the year for trailers to come out. And then, a lot of people would think, Rockstar delays their games. But just looking at, what he said here, I kind of find it to be irrelevant. I think you guys can, agree with me on that. So if we go over here to etc., this is where this is like, posted at some people in the comments. And then delayed to September 2025. A great time to destroy relationships. Lol. GTA 6 and Switch 2 launching both in a span of weeks should be quite the boost to console gaming. Well, we do know that the Switch is definitely coming out early next year, too. And will they get it? I believe Nintendo's going to be a lot more open to third party. So GTA will definitely be everywhere. And, with PC coming last. And that makes sense. If you guys are wondering that, well, guys, the gaming industry is always revolved around console development kits and the console gaming. The install base, the profit that people make, it's been that way. PC gaming is what it is because of console gaming. We have gaming because of Nintendo. They saved gaming in the 80s. If you don't know about that, go ahead and read and see how we got to this point now in history. Look at the whole resume from the beginning to end. Look at where GTA grew. It was on PlayStation, you know what I mean? It was on console. So Rockstar is not going to abandon that. They're loyal and they're going to stick to that, and never abandon where they grew at. And I like when people do that. You don't abandon where you grew up from, you know what I mean? You stick to that and then you branch out. PC will want to mod, put all this other stuff in there. They want people probably to focus on the story first. So, and who knows? I don't think online will probably be there day one. I think they want people to focus on the single player bit, and then gradually over time, they're going to add in the online. Then they'll do the PC version when that's ready. I just think that they have a lot going on, so they're probably not working on that at the moment. But they're going to grow the console industry and keep that where it's at. Then the PC version is going to come later on. And I know there's a lot of people that are probably angry about that. But if you look at GTA historically, remember, it's a console game. It exists because of that. If you take away consoles, you have no GTA. So we need to look at things historically and stop getting stuck in our bubble of, thinking that we need to be privileged to where they need to obey what we say. You're not developing any of that. They are. Just know that it will be coming one day, and consoles are not that expensive. You spend more money on microtransactions and even have food in a damn month than you do on a damn console. But other than that, guys, I just started this channel about 5 weeks ago. I'd appreciate a sub. Definitely this helps you out. I'll be bringing all sorts of information, epic gaming content on Twitch and YouTube, and I'm not going to stop here. I'll be covering all sorts of things. But in the GTA world, I'll definitely will be streaming that. I'll be making content on that. You'll see me on that. and a lot of other games too. I've been playing the games since they came out. I love them when they were single player, you know what I mean? The multiplayer thing was a trend that started big time with 5. 4 was okay, but 5 was just so much better. But I would expect Rockstar, you know, to do single player first and probably have some more things in there that we've probably never seen before. It's going to be very, very beefy. And then while they're doing that and everyone has filled their world out and enjoyed it, online will probably be around the corner. So, and then PC, eventually as well. That's kind of what I wanted to cover about, this intel right here. The rest of this is just, comments. We know people love reading comments. And you say you got a lot of people thinking, like I said, it's going to come out for the Switch if that's the case. But we need to get more clarification first. So, other than that, you'll just see comments right here. But if there's any more news, guys, I'll be updating you on it. But other than that, you guys have a good day. Peace out.